I'm Ashley Dvorkin with the Fox 411 RottenTomatoes.com weekend box office previews. So I'm joined by Matt Atchity, editor-in-chief of RottenTomatoes.com. Hi, Matt.
Hello.
So let's start with a movie that's expanding to more theaters this week, the artificial intelligence thriller, one of my favorites of recent, Ex Machina. Tell everyone what this one is about and where it ranks on the Tomatometer.
Yeah, Ex Machina is an interesting sci-fi story about a kind of computer engineer that works for a big search engine company similar to Google, and he gets invited by the reclusive CEO to go and work on an artificial intelligence test as exhibited by this kind of robot figure. And the movie takes some twists and turns from there. This is a very interesting film from the writer of some of Danny Boyle's great movies like 28 Days Later and Sunshine. This is one that the critics really like. They say it's a smart, sharp sci-fi film. It's a little bit of a slow burn, and this is not an over-the-top special effects explosion-driven extravaganza. This is a more slow-paced, thoughtful film, but very tense, very exciting, and the critics really love it, and you liked it too, right, Ashley?
I did, and that's what I appreciated about it, that it was more of, you know, one of those, it's a thinker when it comes to the artificial intelligence movies, and it gives you a lot to sort of ponder when you're done, but it's not one of the big special effects ones. So next we have Blake Lively and Harrison Ford in The Age of Adeline. Matt, tell us about this time-spanning romantic drama and what the critics are saying about it.
Yeah, Blake Lively plays the title character here, Adeline Bowman, who has an accident early on, right around the turn of the century, and stops aging. And the movie picks up kind of in modern times as she's gone through different identities to kind of keep her secret. This is kind of a, sad, wistful love story. She runs into people that she may have known in her past. Blake Lively's in this. Harrison Ford plays someone who kind of comes back into her life at a later date. This is an okay movie. It's not great, but the critics say it's fine for what it is. Kind of a romantic love story, better than a lot of kind of the over-the-top romances out there. This one is relatively smart about what it sets out to do, although it does get a little too schmaltzy in places.
Okay, and then finally we have a film about family, faith, and believing. Little Boy. So what is this story of the movie?
The story of this one is a little boy whose father has gone off to World War II, and he'll do pretty much anything it takes to get his father to come back, including prayer, including faith. Unfortunately, the critics say that this is a movie that really doesn't work very well. It's very ham-fisted about what it sets out to do. It's kind of unbelievable. And unfortunately, it's much more violent than I think that this would really kind of indicate based on the story of a little kid. This is going to be, I think, a little bit scary for younger viewers. The critics really don't like this one, partly just because it's executed and it feels like all of the worst examples of kind of old sappy movies without having anything good to recommend it.
Okay. Well, now it is time for Rotten Tomatoes Roadshow, which is a look at past certified fresh films on the Tomatometer. And this week, we take our cue from Harrison Ford with a look at past Harrison Ford movies. So, Matt, remind us about the classic Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Yeah, Raiders of the Lost Ark is one of the movies that really cemented Harrison Ford as a major, major star. This movie is somewhat of a throwback to kind of the serials of the 40s that inspired George Lucas and Steven Spielberg here. But this is a classic movie. Harrison Ford plays this great character, Indiana Jones, that we still quote today. Critics loved it, 95% on the Tomatometer. It's always a movie that really holds up and really worth revisiting over and over again.
Next, Patriot Games. So where is that one on the Tomatometer?
Patriot Games is another solid film. This was the first movie that starred Harrison Ford as Jack Ryan, a character previously played by Alec Baldwin, based on the Tom Clancy novels. This is an exciting film, kind of a tense spy thriller. Sean Bean is in this, who people may know from the first season of Game of Thrones. Critics like this one too. It's 75% on the Tomatometer. They say it's an effective action thriller.
And finally, Air Force One.
Air Force One, you get to see Harrison Ford kicking all kinds of behinds as the president, kicking people off his plane. It's a really exciting action thriller. Kind of you want to see a two-fisted president like that. Critics really liked it. It's a lot of fun. Gary Oldman is the villain here, who's really a lot of fun. 79% on the Tomatometer. A really exciting action movie.
Yep. Well, Matt, thank you so much, as always.
Thanks for having me.
For more on all of these films, see RottenTomatoes.com. Also, check out Fox411.com for our movie previews and cast interviews. Thanks for watching and have a great weekend. For Fox 411, I'm Ashley Dvorkin.